Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Now that the cat is out of the bag and Ren Dog knows, I guess the dog is out of the bag. Who let the dogs out? I did. Anyway, now that Ren Dog knows that this is here, we really need to get the last bit of artwork all assembled. So let's go ahead and get these pieces going on. Now, let's see here. We've got... Go ahead and start placing these. Now, I figured out roughly... This is going to be one of the corners, and that's going to be that. Now, this is the palace at Westminster, and that's the home of the tower that contains Big Ben. Most people just refer to the whole thing as Big Ben, which is only the name of the bell. So if you want to look like you're a real nerd, and you don't care if you're acting like people don't know as much as you do, you can tell them that. You can tell them, oh, that's Big Ben's the bell. And you probably want to independently verify that on Wikipedia, because I might have just dreamt that. That might not actually be true. So, you have been fairly warned. What more could I do at this point? So, I'm just working on the general structure of the whole thing here. Am I doing this? Yeah, let's see. If I'm coming from this side, then I need to have this one come 1, 2, 3... This whole building is huge. This is where, Parliament or somebody meets. I don't know. I'm not important enough to be in Parliament, so they just don't invite me. If you're in Parliament, feel free to comment on this video that, can I have a tour? Do you guys do tours of the Parliament? Probably not. Well, no, you probably do. But ministers of Parliament probably don't give people tours of Parliament. So, I get it. No tour for me from you. I get a normal tour guide. That's okay. I will manage. Boom. We have an extra block somewhere. Where does the extra block go? I think that maybe this one is actually slightly taller. I think that's how that works. My mistake, it actually goes on top of this tower, which is the clock tower. And this is also where our clock goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm looking at this. I'm not sure that these pillars do this a good justice. I feel like maybe this room is just a little bit too small. So I could pack this up in my shulker box and dig this out more. How does this look from over here, though? I think that's pretty crucial, is when you come in, you can kind of get the hint that there's something else over there, but you can't tell exactly what it is. And if you're coming from up here, okay, actually, placement-wise, it's somewhat visible on the stairs beyond here. Yeah. Maybe I just made these pillars too big. Huh. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Whoops. Dang it, we don't want to fall into the upside down. Gonna go ahead and pick up all of our little torches we were using to mark stuff here. Well, now it's very dark. If I'm in this space, do I feel like this is enough space to appreciate this art? It feels kind of like a train table in, someone's basement, where they're I built this model, and it takes up almost the entire basement, and you have to kind of edge around the side of the table to look at it. I feel like this clock should be visible proudly at a distance, and it is not. I've taken some time to look at it, and I believe that the best course of action to open that space up is going to be to remove that second pillar. The first pillar doesn't really block your view that much because it's always going to be behind the perpetual helix anyway, and it kind of fills a role as a load-bearing column that defines this room more cleanly. Now, this pillar here, I don't think it'll be too much time to take out. Might need to throw in a little bit of extra this. Oh, I'm going to have to take out the same pillar underneath on the other side, though, too. Or on the underside, I should say. On the upside down. I guess that's what they call that. Yeah, so once I remove this up here, I got to remove this on the upside down as well. which is frustrating because I was kind of thinking that I would keep this pillar in the upside down originally and then decorate the backs of the pillars that you can't see from the reflecting pool differently. And kind of have like a whole like cool thing where I've got creepy vines and stuff on the parts of the pillar that you can only see if you actually go down there. And I'm realizing too, though, when I do go down there, there might be spiders climbing up from the shadowy area down there that I'm going to have to be acutely alert for. Is that a bat? There's a bat down there. Dang it. Okay. So let's go ahead and just patch this floor real quick. So that looks a lot better. It's still clearly in its own room. Whoops. But like when I come in from here, I can tell more easily that there is a third piece of art there. If I'm up at the top of the stairs, let's just backtrack that. As I come down, it'll become visible in that. So we still have a clearly defined third space. We have the pond area, we have our Rule 60 cellular automata stairs, and we have this. I don't love that you can't see the clock tower when you're approaching from this side, but you know what? I think, on the whole, the integrity of the structure is dependent on having pillars like this. So we may as well keep them when we can, or where we can. Let's go ahead down here and knock out the same pillar on the upside down. Any spiders here? Any spiders? A lot of other stuff. Skeletons, creepers, zombies. Whoa! Invisible spiders. Least favorite kind of spider. Okay, so this is the pillar we're keeping. And this is the pillar we are removing. So we're going to need some of the hardened clay here to replace it on the floor. That spider's probably going to come back any second as soon as I look away. Let's see here. I'm scared to look up too much because that's where the spiders are going to get me. Dang it, spiders. You're too clever for me. Whoa. Okay, yeah, and I'm definitely within bow distance. Good to know. So I'm thinking that it's going to be dangerous to extend this now. Like, significantly. This must be, like, the only place with any mobs on it on the server right now. Okay. Well, luckily we're safe up here for the moment. I do still need to kind of clean up this wall a little bit. Because I think you can see some of that kind of from the reflecting pool area. Let's see. You wouldn't be able to see that, though. It's just this right here that I think is visible, really. So let's go ahead and... Whoa, oh, that's maybe why I didn't do this so much, because I was running into the dungeon. Forgot about that dungeon there with the spiders. I'm going to have a second spider-related issue. Yep, we are very close to the spider spawner now. We need to keep this area well lit and clean. Okay, so I've wiped out the rest of this, and that should look good. We got our pillar removed, we got the wall patched. I might actually need to install a mirror of the sculpture, though, I'm realizing. Because that tower might be tall enough that it would be visible in... Yeah, that tower should be reflecting underneath there. Is what I'm thinking. So we need to get some sandstone, which means we need to... Where do we go for sandstone? Well, luckily it's noon. I know what time it is. So let's run upstairs and outside and grab some sandstone. Time skip. Well, I have run home in order to get such sandstone as might be smooth enough to satisfy the needs of this little spot here. I got some slabs as well. And additionally, the stuff I would need to make some clocks, which I probably should just go ahead and do, because I'm going to need at least 2... Oh, wait, you know what I'm also going to need are those frames, which I think I can make, with planks. There we go. So we'll go ahead and make some wood frames real quick for the clocks. Well, as you can see from my hotbar, I should have everything I need to build a kind of mirrored image of that down here. Let's go ahead and pace out. It looks like that the primary tower here containing Big Ben is actually going to be 2 steps inward from there, and that is 3.5 tall. So we're going to come down here, 2 steps in from that, 1, 2, and that's going to be 3.5. And we will just throw our item frames there, as well as our clocks. Boom, that's already looking better. Now, we had another tower back here that might also show up. And then we know that the next tower is going to be 1, 2, I believe 3 back from here. Yes. And that one's a double stack. And then the next one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 over. And it's going to be another back. And that's actually the tallest. So, even though we might want to actually have... Let's go ahead and add the... dang it. The half slabs will not be visible, but they will help us to make sure that we actually place all the other blocks appropriately. So we're going to go ahead and we'll have this one here. This one here. Oh, wait. This one is a half slab. Then like that. Great. So when we go back upstairs, let's see how that comes out. Gonna run across a pond to get my feet wet. We now have a reflected functional clock up there. And that block is definitely going to be too shallow to show up. So yeah, it looks like only the towers are actually going to really appear in here. Yeah, that's about what we need. I'm thinking I probably want to get rid of some of these extra torches on the floor there, which means I should really add kind of some additional lighting up here, I guess, in order to justify adding it underneath as well. So let's go ahead and hop up. I don't want to get too close to the sculpture here, so we're going to just put one of these in the corner here. And then we're going to put one of these right here. Well, actually, we'll just fall through. Whoops. There we go. Is this my silk touch? No, that's my fortune. Silk touch. Okay. Then we can hop right here and add another one. Add another one. Boom. Finally. Okay, we don't need that anymore. So I was going to add a piece directly above that. Don't jump on the artwork, actually, when you visit museums, guys. That's just a Joe Hills thing. Great. Let's go ahead and extinguish this, then. Huh. It looks like we really could use another light right here. I don't want to have it touching the art is the problem. So, like, just right here. Okay, additional lighting is now in place. It's not perfectly symmetrical with anything, but in some ways that makes the reflection more plausible because what it is aligned with is the actual reflection of the ceiling. Yeah. Okay. Removing that pillar, the best decision I've made yet. This is clearly a winner. The upside down clocks just are perfect. And the mobs down here, I need to figure out something to do with the mobs down here. Maybe if I don't want to put half slabs down there, but like really it's going to be so dark you wouldn't be able to tell anyway. So, maybe that would work. Maybe I should just make, well, I don't know. I like the ceiling the way it is. So, I'm going to leave it. Whatever. Let's go ahead and give this one last look from up here. Can you even see those towers in the reflection from here? I don't think so. Good deal. But coming down here, kind of see it through the perpetual helix a bit. Great. Yeah, this is a winner. So, welcome to Logwarts. This art gallery isn't done, but you know what? My next episode, I'm probably going to go somewhere else, and I'll come back and work on this last wall later. But I just need a break. I've spent so much time in here. I just need to decompress and let my mind wander a little bit and then figure out what I want to do next. So if you have any suggestions, go ahead and post them in the comments below. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter at twitter.com/JoeHills. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.